On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a new Destilado de Agave. It's called de Matachines, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at a new Destilado de Agave and doing a review of it. It's called de Matachines, and we'll make it so you can see them. There we go. So you can see the label there. Now, what is a de Matachines? It's actually a ceremonial dancer that's found throughout Mexico. So they decided to name their brand after this type of ceremonial dancer, which is depicted on the label. All right, let's not waste any more time, though, on this new Destilado de Agave. Let's get into the production of it and see what this thing's all about. All right, so the brand de Matachines is owned by my friend Darian. He sourced these from San Luis Potosi, Mexico. So that's where they're produced. The agave that is used for both of these expressions is agave salmiana. And then for both of them, they use brick ovens, steam-powered brick ovens for cooking the agave. And both of them, the agave are crushed using a Taona. The only now the differences are there's two expressions we look at: the Luco and the Penasco. The Luco is more of like your mainstream one in that it is fermented in stainless steel tanks and then distilled using a copper pot still, where the Penasco is fermented in vine pats, wood vats, and then is distilled using a clay pot still and in the ancestral way. So the pricing on these is a little different because of the amount of bottles. The Luco is $89.99 and there's 351 bottles. And the Penasco is $169.99 and there's only 235 bottles. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what these agave distillates are all about. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is the Luco, which is more of your mainstream production one. This one is got a blue label, a blue marking around the label of it. So if you're looking at the bottles on the shelf, the one with the blue line is the Luco. I'm gringo. It's hard for me to say these things. All right, so let's take a look at this one and see what this one's all about, and then we'll check out the Penasco after this. So. All right. Looking at this in the glass. It coats the glass beautifully. You can see all the legs and tears are starting to form on it. So it's going to have a nice viscousness to it. It's going to cover the tongue well and have a nice oily viscosity to it. And then looking at the distillate itself, it is crystal clear, looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Now, being a Salmiana agave, it's a little different agave than what, we're used to as tequila drinkers drinking Weber Blue. So there's going to be some different notes and stuff we're going to get from this, which is kind of cool. And San Luis Potosi is really known for their Salmiana. They do a lot of Salmiana work out there, Salmiana distillates and stuff. So. On the nose, I am getting a really nice sweet cinnamon note coming from it. This is on the sweeter side. This is more like a ripe fruit and berries and notes that I'm getting from this. There's a hint of leather in there as well. Just a tad hint of leather. A slight hint of cheese on the nose too, like blue cheese, a little bit of blue cheese in there. It has a nice fruitiness to it. Also a little nice earthiness that's coming through on the nose on it. It smells really good though. It smells delicious. Definitely smells like a riper light fruit or berries. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. All right, I'm gonna let my mouth acclimate to this. This is 49% alcohol by volume. So I'm going to let my mouth and gums here acclimate. All right, we're ready to go now. Coats the mouth beautifully. Has a nice, rich, sweet cinnamon note that comes in from the cooked agave, of course. Some ripe fruit coming in as well. There's definitely some ripe berries, like a raspberry in there. On the fruit, I'm picking more of like a light, ripe fruit, like a pear coming through on it as well. A hint of leather in there as well. Nice earthiness to kind of balance out the ripe fruit notes. And that sweet cinnamon just kind of sits on the tongue and tastes actually kind of nice. Definitely that sweet cinnamon notes, ripe berries and fruit coming through. A little hint of leather, earthiness in there. Nothing off-putting at all. Nothing I would say that, you know, I don't like. Very enjoyable. I could definitely enjoy this with a nice stogie and enjoy this as a sipper. It is 49% alcohol, so if you're somebody that's like, I want something that drinks like water, this is not going to be for you. This is more of an experience that it takes you on a journey, which is really lovely. It's really nice. For one of the salmianas, it's definitely one of my favorite salmianas that I've tried to date so far. I really love the sweet cinnamon and fruit notes that are on this. I definitely think a tequila drinker would enjoy this and not find it offensive. I don't detect any smoke on it at all. It's really nice, but it's not the same flavor notes as tequila, so it'll be a different flavor profile for you, but it's really good. It's actually, I like it a lot, so I would give this one 4 agave. All right, so 4 agave for the Agua Luco. Now it's time to take a look at the Penasco. The Penasco is 47, I think it looks like it says. I can't tell if it's 47, 42, but it looks like it says 47. So this one's 47% alcohol by volume. Now, the difference with this one, again, is the Penasco, they used wooden vats for fermentation and then clay pot stills for distillation. And that normally makes it an ancestral, as long as it follows some other. So this is made more of like an ancestral mezcal. And one of the things too, I know people are going to ask, why is this an agave distillate versus a mezcal? It actually could be a mezcal if they wanted to certify it through the CRM, but they didn't want to do that. So they just called it an agave distillate, which then they don't have to go through the Mexican government for certification on it. So this is the second one. This is the Penasco. Let's look at this one in the glass. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. You can see the legs and tears starting to form on it. So it has a nice viscousness to it. Looking at the agave distillate itself, it's crystal clear. Looks beautiful. Looks great. So I'm going to enjoy this one as well, I'm pretty sure. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Okay, so this one comes across, I'm definitely picking up more of a earthy leatherness, like new leather notes to it. It smells like if you ever walked into a bridal, like a horse bridal shop, and you can smell like the fresh leather saddles and stuff in there. I've done stuff for equestrian stuff before. When you walk into a leather, like a place where they make saddles, That's what it smells like. It smells like fresh leather, new leather. It's very earthy. Definitely there's some sweet cinnamon notes in there from the cooked agave. But for me, it comes across as very earthy, leathery, which I enjoy on a good mezcal or destilado. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Nice oiliness, coats the tongue and mouth nicely. Definitely getting some of that cooked agave notes to come up, the cinnamon, sweet cinnamon notes. And then it has this beautiful leather note that comes through. Balances out the sweet cinnamon. So it's leather, kind of leather and cinnamon are what I'm getting. A nice earthiness to it. Now there's also almost like a tropical fruit note mixed in there as well. Almost like a papaya note mixed in with a little hint of banana as well. And with this earthiness. And it's almost like there's almost like a sour note in there as well. Almost like a Belgian sour beer, but like kind of like that sour note. So more along the lines of like a wild yeast type of sour note in there. That's actually kind of enjoyable. It's very nice. It's more of like a sour to like a tart fruit. This one's really good. I like this one a lot. It's very different from what I've had from Salmiana from the San Luis Potosi before, and there's been some other brands out there that have Salmianas from San Luis Potosi, but this one I think is very different. So I embrace different. I like when a mezcal can take me on a journey and have me thinking about what I'm detecting on it, as long as it's not disgusting. And this is not disgusting at all. This is actually quite good. So I'm actually going to give this one 5 agave. I actually like this one better than the other one, and that it steps outside the boundaries of the normal tasting notes, and you get some really interesting flavor notes that come through on it. Nothing off-putting though. Nothing I would say that would make somebody go yuck or not like it. For me, it's very enjoyable. No smoke again. I give it 5 agave. So there you go. All right, so there you go. We got reviews of both expressions from De Matachines. Hopefully that you enjoyed the information. If you did, give me a thumbs up and like the information, and give me a like for the information I shared with you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Tequila Hombre community. Make sure you click that subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we go live or post a new video here on the channel. And don't forget, tomorrow night on the Hombre Cave channel, we're going to have Darian, who's the owner of this brand, coming on to talk about his journey and talk about his brand. And he's going to be there to answer questions for you guys as well. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night on the Hombre Cave channel at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to hear more about this brand from Darian. And we're going to give away some sample bottles for you guys, those that commenting and are participating, to try this if you want to try it. So make sure you join us, and you could win some sample bottles of it, so you can try this brand. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila or agave distillates. So keep following the channel here, keep watching my videos, keep trying what I recommend, and you'll be in good shape. Salud. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.